Okay. So, I want to go ahead and make Haudh-Gwenn. Here's the map of Adir. Here's Haudh-Gwenn, and what I believe to be its area of the town or city's influence. And I want to make the kingdom of Haudh-Gwenn. Coming to the conclusion of how big the influence is, I'll show you how I got there, and then we're going to build towards it. Okay? So we're going to go ahead and use the Kingmaker Player's Guide. We're going to look at the rules here and see like running a kingdom, building a kingdom, all that fun stuff, and just kind of go from there. I know what I'm looking for is going to be around page, I think 53 or so. So just like I said, show you like my thought on this. So when a kingdom hits, when a city, a settlement, hits a certain size, has a degree of influence. So if it's just like a village, it has no influence around it whatsoever. Just literally its own hex. When its influence becomes 1, that influence stretches to, if you call it the honeycomb, which is 1 hex out. When it becomes a city, it's 2 hexes, which is what you see here around Haudh-Gwenn. And then when it's a metropolis, it's 3 hexes, so stretching even 1 further than Haudh-Gwenn does, which is a huge area that's impacted by it. It's huge. One of the reasons why I believe this to be a city, well, there's a few different reasons why I believe this to be a city. And one of the big ones is the kind of buildings that they have there. So scrolling down, you can see that every building has a type of structure that's listed next to it. The structure lists like more or less the minimum level the kingdom has to be for you to build that structure to be able to accomplish doing so. And then, of course, there's other things you have to do to accomplish it. So part of it was knowing that I had to put a hospital in there, which requires structure 9, means that unless I'm doing some sort of tomfoolery, which the game actually literally tells you to have fun with tomfoolery right around, right around one of these areas, right here, settlement level. It tells you to have some fun with tomfoolery as the DM, and even for the PCs as the DM to have some fun with it. So, but knowing that, I already knew it had to be a bit higher. It couldn't be like a 3 or a 4. That, and if you look at the original map I had for Haudh-Gwenn for a long while, I'm grabbing it right now. It was right here. This is the map I had for it. It's pretty big. It's large. It's spaced out, so on and so forth. I'll get some details. And even as this is right here, I think technically this kingdom have to be like level 12 or something. So I even had to make changes to the map to be this one right here. So it might not be super obvious, the changes that took place between these two. But you notice like we're missing a noble villa. All of these items were compressed down. These are compressed over. These are compressed over. So you're taking up less area, less actual area of the map to do so. The reason why I did that is because one of the ways that the level of a settlement is determined is based off of how many blocks have lots filled. Now, what is a block? What is a lot? And screw it, what's a district? A district is going to be on this map is going to be a square that is about as big as my cursor is covering right now. Okay? That is a square that is comprised of 9 smaller squares. So that is what a district is. Those 9 smaller squares, those are what you call blocks. And then each one of those 9 squares, you have 4 even smaller squares. Those are called lots. So more or less for every block that has a lot in it, that counts towards what level the kingdom is, which can be gamified, but also has some safeguards built in. It doesn't matter. So I had to compress it to keep the city as being 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Level 8 city in a level 9 kingdom. Seems like what it's going to end up being. So let's go ahead and with that logic of knowing that I had to have at least a 9 for the sake of the hospital, sorry, and knowing that I had to probably be an 8 here, we can kind of like run with that. 2 districts, blah 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 blah. Cool. So that gives us an idea of how big the city is, and so how big its influence is, and so on. And it makes perfect sense to be this big because that also means that you have the ruins are just barely inside of the reach of the city of Haudh-Gwenn, which, considering that Beltran is the son of 2 of the rulers of Haudh-Gwenn, it makes sense that he would do something that's within inside the area of influence, right? So this all kind of like checks out logically of building towards something that already exists logically in the game. Just making some, like I said, minor alterations like you see here. Cool. So let's go ahead and get rid of the old one because this doesn't matter, and we'll just keep the newer one where it's more compressed. Now that we understand the settlement, we have to go ahead and actually build the and the other detail too is if you're going to have a settlement that's level 8 because of how it is they compressed it, otherwise it'd be more. You cannot actually build a city until your kingdom is level 9. That's what these where it says settlement on the far left and it says 1st, 3rd, 9th. Your kingdom must be that level to have one of your settlements upgrade to this status. So even if your kingdom is level 8, your settlement cannot go from town to city until your kingdom is level 9. Okay, cool. That's all understood now. Let's skip out of the town and go straight up into the actual kingdom. Let's actually build the kingdom. That's what I want to do here. And maybe there's enough time to work on the town too. So when you're building the kingdom, there's a couple of core concepts that you have to work on. One of them is it's going to be charter, heartland, government, and then the capital city, of course, is going to be, as we already know, is going to be Haudh-Gwenn. Cool. So that's the plan here. I don't know how big the size is yet. I'm not sure how to determine that, and we might even skip past it. I have all the leaders marked down here. Awesome. And these are the real names. That's everybody's real names. Cool. Let's go ahead and start with charter. So when building a kingdom, you have to choose its charter, which is going to be conquest, expansion, exploration, grant, or open. Conquest is to literally take over everywhere. Expansion is literally to just like, build outwards, take over more land. Expansion is in charge of domain adjacent to settlers. Expectation that you that your nation will remain a strong ally. Greater support for your patrons help to bolster your own kingdoms. Oh, so more or less somebody else giving you the money to expand their own influence. Exploration is literally to go out and explore to gain territory. Grant is just somebody gave you the money to start doing whatever. And then open just means like you start with whatever, right? And then the flaw over here being loyalty. I think I actually, as much as open makes more sense to me on the face of it, I want to go with grant because the people here do tend to be very wealthy. So maybe they were sponsored to go and take over or whatever it might be forever ago. But also economy is important to them and loyalty is not. So I'm going to go with grants just because none of them really make sense overall in general because like you're looking back too far, which really matters. I'm just grabbing the one that mathematically makes sense. And I do like the idea of applying the penalty of loyalty because that'll be a factor later on in the game. All right, so economy is a boost, loyalty is a penalty, and we get a free boost somewhere else. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to put for charter, we're going to do grant. And we're going to give the economy that +2. We're going to give that loyalty that -2. And then we're going to give a +2 somewhere else, which we can go culture or we can go stability. I think I want to go with stability for this one. Oh, sorry. I think we're going to go with stability for this one. We might come back and change that. Next thing up that you need to choose is going to be your heartlands, which looks like plains. So your heartlands go, rivers. So it's going to be either river or it's going to be plains. Both of those work. Plains build loyalty, which again makes less sense. River builds economy, and that makes again more sense to us. So why don't we go ahead and do river, and heartland is river, and that gives us another +2 to economy. Which again makes sense for Haudh-Gwenn. Cool. Next thing up is going to be the government. Your actual government here. Their government is going to be a despotism, feudalism, oligarchy. It's an oligarchy. It's absolutely the people in power have everything here. So funny enough, oligarchy boosts loyalty and economy. That's funny that it boosts loyalty, but I kind of live in an oligarchy, and there seems to be a lot of like loyalists to it. So screw it. So we're gonna go oligarchy. Oligarchy, and that's gonna be a pretty common theme in Adir, as the wealthy people that are the counselors, they bought themselves on or whatever it is. We see that it's loyalty and economy. Economies are jumping to a 16, which is huge. Loyalty is going back up to a 10, which is actually nice and better than I thought it was going to be. And then a free boost somewhere else. We could go with culture again. Culture is important for arts, folklore, magic, scholarship. I'm going to skip culture and go at stability. Stability makes more sense to me. So we're in economy stability area. Again, I kind of don't really care about loyalty. If I could get economy without loyalty, like democracy does not make sense. And it gives us culture. That's loyalty and culture. Stability, loyalty, economy. There's got to be a stability in economy. Is despotism. The rule is centered around a single individual who sees inherited commands and whose authority is absolute. No, it just doesn't make sense. As much as I would love it, it doesn't make sense. Defense and trade and fortified fiefs. No, that's feudalism. Sorry. Arts and industry, and then insider trading of the skill proficiencies. Arts and industry. It's funny because isn't arts culture? It is, and that's what we get proficiency in. Oh, that's lame, but that's fine. And then industry, which is fine. What does this one give? Intrigue and warfare. Well, warfare doesn't make sense either. All right, that's fine. Arts and industry it is. So we're going to go arts. Click there. And industry. Click here. Cool. And so that is updated, so we're good to go there. Cool. Then we also want to grab the bonus fee of insider trading. We'll worry about what that does later on. For now, we're just going to go ahead and copy that and add it here as a feat called insider trading. Again, we'll worry about what it does later on. And let's see. Once that's done, finalizing your ability scores. Once the players have chosen their kingdom's ability scores, first choose two different kingdom. Wait, Heartland government finalizing. First choose two different kingdom abilities to receive additional bonus. Wait, once the players have chosen the kingdom's charter, heartland, and government, finalize the kingdom's ability scores. First, choose two different kingdom abilities to receive additional boosts. Then total the boosts. Where's the... Wait, I guess it extra boosts? Where's the extra boosts come from? Are you telling me you get two more boosts at the end of it? Two additional boosts. Then total the boosts and flaws the kingdom has received. Reachability of the record and final ability. It's associated with the kingdom sheet. Remember that the ability scores start at 10. Add boost in 2. So, for example, a kingdom... it goes up to 14. So it looks like first, once the players have chosen their kingdom's charter, heartland, and government, finalize the kingdom's ability scores. We did do that. We did those. And this is first, choose two different kingdom abilities to receive additional boosts. Then total the boosts and flaws. It looks like you get two more additional boosts at the end of all of this. Interesting. I don't think I ever took that into account earlier when I was doing the other stuff. Apply. Average. Apply. Ability flaws. Kingdom ability scores. Same. Concept. Charter. Yeah, I guess we get just two more additional boosts at the end. Okay. Hey, if one of you guys hear otherwise about this or have some sort of argument against this, let me know. But for now, I'll put those on here. And so it just feels like a big number to jump the economy right away, because I can bring this to an 18. Give me one second. I want to look this up. Let me do. Come on. After the charter, heartland, and government. Yeah. It is literally two more boosts. Okay, crazy. I'm going to put those two boosts, one on economy here, and I'm going to put one more on stability. Again, I really want to stress that it is a stability economy place. I kind of wish loyalty was a little bit lower, but screw it. That's where it is. That's fine. I'm cool with it. All right. Now we're going to go ahead and you start recording some basic kingdom details, which is going to be the kingdom's initial level is usually going to be a 1. We're going to start with 1. The kingdom's size is going to be a 1. The kingdom's resources is in D4s, and it's 4 plus whatever your kingdom level is. So size is 1. That's going to be a 5. Unrest is 0. And no penalties or consumption or anything like that we're going to mark at the moment. Experience points realistically 0, and these are going to be D4. Okay. All that's great. Is 0. Consumption 0. All 4 ruins are at 0, and is at 10. Cool. The initial king's initial commodity stores are at 0, and the maximum storage for each is 4. Okay. Maximum storage is 4. 4. Wish it would just default to 4 for me and make things easier. 4. And that's that. Cool. And then that is everything. Awesome. Then it's choose your leaders, which we already did. We already chose leaders, 8 or more. Next, choose 4 of the roles to invest. Investing a role provides a status bonus to the kingdom skills checks that are based on the key ability, on that role's key abilities. Invest roles assigned to PCs. Oh, yeah, it doesn't matter. There's all NPCs anyways. So we have to choose to invest those leaders, and we're going to invest 4 of them right off the bat. Initial leadership happens then each on the kingdom sheets, record a status bonus of 1. Okay. And then we go to village or whatnot. But first we need to talk about what the roles do. So roles weren't marked here. Roles are, where's the roles? Here we go. So we have for our leaders, as High Councilman or as ruler, it's Triaxian Greyrus. Counselors, Alfie Greyrus. Then you have a bunch of others. So ruler affects loyalty. Interesting. Counselor's culture. Ooh. I liked her as a liaison between the government and the citizens. I think I'm going to move her from here. General stability, emissary's loyalty, magister's culture, treasury's economy, viceroy, plans and implements kingdom's expansion and development, both in its territories and its settlements. Actually, I think I'm going to move her to viceroy. Give me 1 second. I'm just looking at my notes over here. Yeah, because Omar is... Omar's kind of like a... He's like a quick-witted person, not a bad guy, so on and so forth. I think Omar makes more sense as the counselor, and I'm going to make her as the viceroy. I'm actually going to switch those, which I didn't expect to do, but here we are. I think I misunderstood those roles when I first did this. Oh, wait, did I lose our leader? Wait. Did I just lose a leader? What? I lost a leader. I went like this. Oh my god, I deleted the leader. Oh, okay. Because it's empty. It did that. Okay. That was scary. All right. That's funny. It's Alyphe. I believe that's how I spell her name. Yeah. All right. Whew. That was scary. Cut. And go to Viceroy. Cut. Come back over here. All right. Awesome. So we're definitely going to have her committed. Who else gives... an economy is going to go to Treasurer. We're going to have Treasurer committed because they oversee details of the bank. So that immediately increases everything with economy by... Wait, does it stack? Actually, I don't think they stack, do they? Shit. Those of us all kingdom checks. You know, +1 status bonus. Since status bonuses don't stack. Oh shit! Status bonuses don't stack. Okay, so we're gonna unclick treasurer. We're gonna have her invested. We're gonna have for loyalty it should be Triaxian, not the emissary. Yeah. So him. Then we're gonna have for stability, it's the general or the warden. The warden actually makes more sense for me. So let's go with the warden for stability. And then finally for culture, it's the counselor or the magister. Magister doesn't really make sense for me. So I guess it's going to have to be the counselor. They just feel less invested of a person. Give me 1 second. See ya. Actually, yes, it is going to be... Okay. See ya. I am fine with that person. Okay, Asiya will be it. Awesome. So that gives a +1 to all of those. So all of them are going to get a +1 status. So unfortunately, you have to manually do it. It's kind of a pain in the butt, but that's fine. Give me 1 second. Come on. Come on. Ugh. Come on. Almost there. Almost there. Okay. Got all those in there. Yay. And move on to the next part after applying that on there is, so you choose your leaders, you invest your leaders. Next up is you first village, somewhere in the heartlands. Rex rules founding a village or on page the players get step 1, step 2, and you found a village. You immediately get to 400 experience points. I'm not worried about experience points. This place is so old. It's got its experience points. We don't have to worry about how it was built up. Calculate skill modifiers. So it's going to be modifier key of skill, proficiency bonus, status bonus, so on and so forth. I'm not going to tally that up yet because it's going to change over time. If a kingdom is not proficient in skill, yep, not worried about those. Fame or infamy. It's going to be infamy for this kingdom. Infamy. Okay. Awesome. Fame or infamy. Go on down. Leveling up your kingdom. Cool. Every 1,000 experience points, you level up, then you reset to 0. Cool. Control DC goes up as you go up. And we're good to go there. All right. Charter Heartlands is done. Initial proficiencies. So at first level, the kingdom receives the train's proficiency rank in 2 kingdom skills gained from your initial choice of government, and up to 4 additional skills determined by your invested leaders, giving you proficiency bonus to check using skills equal to your kingdom's level +2. Determined by, I think it's the leaders get to choose the skills. I don't think the leadership role selected chooses the skills. Let me just confirm that. Yeah, so it doesn't say, like, for instance, it doesn't say like counselor gives X skill. It just says that whoever is the counselor gets to choose a skill that they're that they get. That's all that means. So let's go ahead and choose some skills to be good in. Let's see, for economy, boating should be a big one that we are trained in. What else for economy? Trade should be one that we are trained in. Absolutely. That makes sense. Okay. Let's choose 2 more. Politics. That's probably a good one. Let me just check. Exploration, folklore, agriculture. Agriculture is probably an important one. I'm going to go agriculture for stability and statecraft. Statecraft or politics? Statecraft or politics? Let's see. Statecraft handles new leadership and tap treasury. Interesting. Politics handles establish settlement, improve lifestyle, new leadership, and quell unrest. Let's go politics. Cool. So we have our 2 set for us by the government or what have you, and then 1 from each of the original rulers, as it just told us to do. Where do we need to be next? All right, cool. After you do those, so giving you proficiencies cannot be changed if the kingdom's government leaders change later on. That's fine. Favored lands, your heartlands, your kingdom's favored land, wilderness terrain. The wilderness terrain that your people have feel strongest ties, which resource gatherers you flock to. Once a kingdom turn, during the region activity step of the activity phase, you can attempt 2 region activities simultaneously as long as both activities take place in the same hex, and that hex is the same as your heartlands. You take a -2 to kingdom checks made during these. Okay, so you get to more or less make 2 actions if it's your heartland shit, effectively. Cool. Settlement construction. You can establish villages in your kingdom immediately. At 3rd level, you can expand villages into towns. At 9th, you can expand towns into cities, and so on and so forth. Cool. Kingdom feats. So at 2nd level, and so on and so on. All right, cool. So when you look at the chart here, it was charter we got. Favorite land we got. I think I wrote favorite land on here, didn't I? Yeah, it should just be part of Heartland. It should be favorite land. So that's fine. And then settlement construction, which is done. That's fine. All right, so level 2, you get to choose a kingdom feat, but we still haven't applied the rules from the previous kingdom feat we got. So let's go ahead and grab insider trading. Come over here and do like a control F and find us some insider trading. So insider trading is trained in industry, which we are. And your leading citizens share value business information with one another and with associates in other lands. They hire one of those workers to supply labor and fuel production. You get a +1 status bonus to establish work site and establish trade agreements and trade commodities activities. In addition, gain 1 bonus resource die at the start of each kingdom turn. Holy crap, that last one is super cool. I like that last little bit of information they gave us. That was nice. Okay. That means that you roll 6 dice instead of 5. Like literally at level 1. That's pretty badass. All right, cool. At level 2, you're allowed to choose just a feat of your choice. The feats are based off of your level, so that's be a level 1 feat. Let's see. What are these trained ones? We are trained in politics and trained in at least 3 skills. How is that not something like you're always trained in at least 3 skills? Literally level. That's a weird requisite because you're always trained in at least 3 skills. Huh. Oh, receive a fixed result of the skill check. I'll read that one. We get insider defense warfare we don't have. So let's look at politics. Your citizens help mitigate failures. Interesting. Skill training. Become trained in a skill. What's this? Economy. Liquidate resources. Draw upon reserve funds to avoid ruin. Interesting. And quick recovery. +2 to end ongoing harmful effects. Oh, but we're not high enough level for those. All right, civil service. Citizens boost vacant leadership roles. Cooperative leadership. Leaders gain increased bonuses to aid each other. Ooh, I like that one. I like cooperative leadership. That sounds fun. So I like cooperative leadership and I like pull together. Let me read those two. Cooperative leadership. When your leaders are skilled at working with one another, when a leader uses the focus a kingdom activity to aid another skill, the circuit grants is increased to +3 from what? A +1 or 2? Wonder what it is normally. What is aid another normally do? And Yeah, normally gives a +2. A +1 or 2. Okay, so cooperative leadership does that one, and the other one was civil service, was it? No. Pull through. Pull together. Your people are very reliable, and their swift decision making keeps most projects from getting too far off track. Once per kingdom turn, when you roll a critical failure on a kingdom skill check, attempt a DC 11 flat check. If succeeds, your citizens heed to the call to do extra work to mitigate the disaster. Treat the kingdom skill check result as a failure instead. The DC of this flat check increases by 5 each time subsequently you use it, but decreases by 1 for each term that passes when you do not use it. Oof. I think I'm going to go with the other one because it's simpler. You know, cooperative leadership is just simpler. All right. Let's do cooperative leadership. And we're going to go ahead and copy and paste that. All right. I'm going to ignore the at 11th level bit. It's on here right now. I'm going to go ahead and delete it. At 11th level, boom, delete that. Because we don't really need that right now, do we? We're nowhere near 11th level. Cool. All right, awesome. There's our level 2 ability. Done and done. Now let's go up our kingdom to level 3. Should memorize what page this is on so I can just type it and get back there quicker. It's on page 16. Okay. Level 3 is settlement, construction, town, and skill increase. Skill increase. So it is at 3rd level, every 2 levels thereafter, your kingdom skill increases. You can use this to increase your rank to trained in one skill in which your kingdom is untrained, or to increase your rank to expert in one skill in which your kingdom is trained. So at 7th level, you can increase your... Okay. It's a single skill increase. So we can gain proficiency in 1, or we can... Because now we're level 3 now, you know? Gain proficiency 1, or we can... I think I want to bring up trade again. Okay. So bring up trade again. That's a fun one. Okay, cool. And then at 4th level, so then it's just in town, yay. Then it's expansion expert, fine living, and kingdom feed at 4th level. So let's what these others do first. Expansion expert. Your kingdom is better. Wait, am I missing something over here? Abilities, okay. Your kingdom is better at expanding its territory. You get a +2 circumstance bonus on skill checks made to claim a hex, and can attempt to claim a hex twice during a kingdom turn. Holy shit. At 9th level, you attempt to claim a hex up to 3 times during kingdom turn. Alright, well, I'm going to grab the that whole bit of text there, because we are 9th level, as we know. Okay. And this is going to be expansion expert. Okay. That works for me. Fine living. Your people celebrate by indulging you with feasts and finery. All PCs associated with the kingdom enjoy the fine standard of living at no cost whenever you're there in the kingdom. Any PC in hostile wilderness, monster-filled dungeon, or otherwise cut off from their citizens must provide their own sustenance, and You get a +1 circumstance bonus to all craft and earn income while you're in your kingdom. Well, that's nice. That's nice. Appreciate that. Especially with the cost of living that I just put together for World Anvil. Where is that? Give me 1 second, I'll get that. Come on. There we go. Oh, there it is. But first, let me do this. Let's do. Oh, it's called Fine Living. Okay. Where is this? Go sort of full edit. All right, back over here. And then the last thing I'm supposed to get is a feat at what? That was 4th level, right? Yeah, 4th level. So that means 3rd level feats are now accessible. What are those feats? I think the other one's 16. Okay. Come on. The other one's 16, feats of 34, so pretty much double it. Okay. So we can now get the quick recovery or draw upon reserve funds to avoid ruin. Interesting. Skill training also sounds good, but let's read this. Let's read the liquidate resources and quick recovery. Liquidate resources. You can use economy to liquidate resources in an emergency when funds run out. The first time during your kingdom turn in which you are forced to spend RP as a result of a failed skill check or dangerous events, that expense reduces you to 0 RP. You may instead reduce your RP to 1 and treat your expenses as if they were paid in full. That's our next kingdom turn. Roll 4 fewer resource dice than normal. Oh, that's interesting. That's interesting. That kind of like saves your ass there. Okay. And the other one was what? Quick recovery. The kingdom recovers more quickly from danger and disaster when you attempt a skill check to end an ongoing harmful event. You have +4 status bonus. I want this one. I want quick recovery. That one feels better. I like quick recovery. That's nice. What a quick nut. Okay. Okay. Cool. By the way, I found my cost of living thing. It's right here. And so fine is per month is 2 platinum pieces, which is 20 gold a month. And that's covered for you for free. So that's pretty insane. That's pretty awesome. All right. That's quick recovery. That was the feats for 4th level. Let's go back up to 16. Now we go to level 5. Yeah, now we go to level 5, which I think is an ability boost. Yes. Yes, queen. Level 5 is an ability boost. So at 5th level, every 5 level, you boost 2 different kingdom ability scores. You can use these ability scores to increase your kingdom's ability scores. You can use them to increase above 18, which means that 18 was a possibility at level 1, which is cool. Boost ability score increases it by 2 if it starts out below 18, or 1 if it's at 18 or above. Ooh. So if you're already at an 18, it only brings it up by 1. Interesting. So I can definitely bring up, stability by a bit. I can bring up my stability to an 18. And I can bring up my culture by a little bit, but let me look at loyalty, warfare, statecraft, politics, intrigue. I'm going to have to bring up loyalty as well. Yeah, we're going to do that. Loyalty and stability will have go up. Cool. Ruin resistance. At 5th level and every 3 levels thereafter, your kingdom becomes more resistant to ruins. Choose one of your 4 ruin categories and increase their threshold by 2. When you do so, reset that ruin's penalty to 0. Interesting. Okay. Come back down here against to abilities. I'm gonna go ahead. Oh, Fine Living was what level was that? Level 4? I think. So down here is going to be 5th. Ruin resistance. And I'll choose my ruin in a second. Okay. Alright, what ruin do I like? Is corruption, crime, decay, and strife. I'm going to increase my crime threshold. Yeah, I think I'm going to increase my crime threshold. Cool. All right. I gotta write it down. I gotta write crime. Cool. All right. Nice. Next up is going to be where are we? There was something else in here too. 16 is right here. Ability boost. Oh, and skill increase. We got another skill increase. Okay. And an important thing to know about skill increases at... No, it's a 7th level you can do more. Okay. So for skill increase, we can choose another skill to be proficient in, or we can boost up a skill. There's defense, engineering, exploration, folklore. Industry seems important to me. Intrigue. I like intrigue as a concept. I think I'm going to go with the intrigue. Okay. I also really want to start like leveling up my like, I don't know, boating and stuff too, but that's fine for now. All right. So back up to 16. That concludes level 5. Level 6 is literally just a kingdom feat because you get one of those every 2 levels. So level 6 is just a kingdom feat. Nothing else is happening there. Because at 3, it's every 2 levels thereafter, not 3 levels. Okay, cool. So 6 is just a kingdom feat. I'm just confirming, just saying it over and over again because it looks funny that that's all that is. But okay. All right, what level 6? I don't think there are. Oh, that's 32. I don't think there are any level 6 kingdom feats. I think the next one up is 7. Oh, it's 36? I thought it was 32. All right. Interesting. Okay. Maybe I thought it was 34. I don't know. All right. So yeah, we're not getting up to the next one yet. So, draw upon ruins. No. Inspiring entertainments. My culture isn't high enough. And it probably never will be. My loyalty is not high enough for recover unrest more quickly and lessen its effects through endure anarchy. I don't have that one. So I think I'm going to go with skill training. Become trained in a kingdom skill. Let's just go with skill training. Because like none of these other ones tickle me. So skill training. Your kingdom receives trained proficiency in a kingdom skill. You can select this female. So it's literally just skill. You just gain proficiency. You can't use that to boost a proficiency, which I'm perfectly fine with. All right. So for feats, skill training. I have to choose what skill I'm going to train in. I don't know what I care about. Maybe I would have unclicked intrigue last time. Let me look and see what these skills do again. I think it was like page 17. He apparently memorized. Oh, maybe I fucked up, but apparently memorizing pages doesn't matter. Okay, let's see. Seacraft has new leadership in Tap Treasury. Trained activities. There's also Pledge of Fealty, Request Foreign Aid, Send Diplomatic Envoy, Politics Casino, Intrigue, Clandestine Business, Pledge of Fealty, Repair Reputation, Engineering, Irrigation Repair, Arts, Create a Masterpiece, and Repair Reputation. Arts is definitely something that Keegan's going to want to have. Scholarship. Boating. Establish farmlands is agriculture. I think I'll do agriculture because you definitely are going to need farmlands if you're going to be. I suppose you don't need to if you get everything in from the other money, from the economy. Yeah, maybe it makes sense that these aren't trained. Agriculture, or maybe I'll actually grab boating upgrade now. I'll say that I got the boating upgrade before, and that this feat is giving me intrigue now. So when I grabbed intrigue, I actually increased boating, and this time I grabbed intrigue. Okay, that's what I air quotes did. Did I spell intrigue wrong? I think about I'm in the wrong spot. All right, training, intrigue. So, and that's all I got for this level. Level 6 was the feat, and it gave me that. Cool. And I got intrigue because last time I turned that into... Okay, all good. All right, level 7 is going to be skill increase. So, skill increase does what again? I'm able to do effectively what I just did, which is increase the skill by level 7. You can actually increase it to master, which is pretty gnarly. So we can have some sort of mastery. I can have mastery on trade, which would be pretty cool. What does trade specifically offer again? Yeah. Capital investment, establish trade agreement, manage trade agreement, purchase commodities, rest and relaxation, collect taxes, repair reputation with crime. All right, cool. Yeah, I'm gonna become a master of trade. That makes sense for Haudh-Gwenn. Boom, master of trade. Awesome. 16 was where? 16's here. So his level 7 was just that skill increase. Cool. Level 8 is experience, leadership, kingdom feat, and ruin resistance. So let's do ruin resistance and kingdom feat first. So ruin resistance is that's right, increase 1 by 2. You can choose the same thing more than once though, which is nice. So I think I can get rid of the description here and literally turn ruin resistance into much smaller and put crime down here. And then I add a plus and I go resistance for 8th level. And this is where I add, I don't think I want crime again. I think this time I'll want to do strife. Or stability. Let's go strife. Let's go strife. Let's go +2. Crime is +2. Shrink this up a bit. Cool. Fine living. So when your people celebrate your firing, all PCs associated with the kingdom enjoy fine standard of living at no cost when they're in their kingdom. Okay, so it's just when they're within their kingdom. That's I think fine enough of a description. Shorten this considerably. Okay. Ooh, shit, smidge too long. Okay. All right, awesome. After ruin resistance was, what was the other thing again? For level 8, kingdom feat, experienced leadership. What does experienced leadership do again? Invested leadership roles in your kingdom now grant a +2 status bonus associated with their leadership capabilities. At 16th level, it becomes +3. So I just have to increase my statuses for everything to a +2. I'll do that in a moment. Let's first choose our feat. I think it was 34. Shit. 34. Or not. Apparently I'm wrong every time. Now it's 35. I don't know. All right. We are past level 7, so we can read free and fair, and we can read quality of life. We can read those two, even if we don't like them. Free and fair. Free and fair. Your reputation for transparency and fairness in conducting elections, appointments, and other changes in your government inspire tremendous public trust. You get a +2 loyalty base. This sounds like bullshit. All right, what's the other one called? Q, quick recovery, quality of life, 7. Your kingdom's robust economy makes the creature comforts for civilization more readily available to all, and even finer luxuries more easily had. The first time you gain luxury commodities in your kingdom term, increase the total gain by 1. All of your settlements are treated as 1 level higher than their actual level for the purpose of determining the sorts of magic items that can be offered for sale in their marks and shops. So quality of life. Honestly, doesn't vibe with me. Or Haudh-Gwenn. It's not that luxurious of a place. I'm going to skip that one. And I'm going to go down to... the stability and... I didn't grab liquidate assets yet. That could be an interesting one. But once again, skill trains just feels like the right one to grab. I'm like fixated on that. What's this kingdom assurance? We didn't do kingdom assurance yet. Okay. All right, let's look at kingdom assurance. Even when things go poorly in other areas, you can count on consistency in carrying out kingdom activities with a chosen skill. Choose one kingdom skill in which your kingdom is trained. Once per kingdom turn, when you would attempt a skill check of that skill, you can forego rolling and instead take the result of 10 plus your proficiency bonus. Do not apply other bonuses, penalties, or modifiers as a result. Your proficiency bonus. Does proficiency just come from like the 2, 4, 6, so just the 6? Like that? Is that what it means by proficiency bonus? Like status, circumstance, and other? I don't know. Like that feels dangerous because like my base DC now. Multiple times each time you start doing again. It feels like proficiency bonus is supposed to come from attribute, proficiency, status, and so on, but maybe not items or shit. I don't know. This concerns me because like that's not necessarily a very big result. Well, because proficiency is also set by the level of your kingdom. So if your kingdom's level 9, like if you look at say trade, if your kingdom's level 9, it's a plus, 16 total or 17 total. But I think your proficiency bonus is this number here. There it is. That's your proficiency bonus, is that total there. So that's actually a 50. So that means you would get a flat 25. And if we go down to 16 real quick. At level 9, a 26 is the control DC. Ooh, that's a rough one. Because a 25 is under by 1 from what the control DC requires. But that might be because I'm missing something. Let me check level 9. Does level 9 increase my... It does not. So I should factor that in. So culture is a 0, economy is a 4, loyalty is a 1, and stability is a 4. So it's just loyalty 1, economy, stability 4. Economy 4. loyalty 1, stability 4. I added those in there, but does that add here? No, it does not. It does not. So that sucks, because if I took a 10, I'm 1 under what the control DC is. So I'd have to go a 10, and it'd have to be against not a flat DC. It'd have to be a DC has been slightly reduced for some reason. That sucks. I want that check, but it's just too dangerous because the control DC is just too high by 1. Ugh, that sucks. Yeah, alright. Not gonna fuck with it. Let's just confirm one detail. If I change the status here to 2, I assume that does nothing. Yeah, I think so. Alright, that sucks. I have to skip that one. I'm gonna instead go with the skill one, which allows me to gain proficiency in another skill. They do have a general and everything. I think I'm going to give them in... Do I want to go defense or offense? Sorry, or warfare? I think I like defense better because of where they're located. One of the reasons why they're located where they are. I'll explain this out in a second. Defense also unlocks a new feat. Gain bonuses to fortify. Construct certain types of buildings easier. Oh, that's cool. What does defense also give you for options? I don't remember what this was. I never knew. Ah, there it is. Defense also, it's fortify hex and provide care. What's warfare give? Just new leadership and quell unrest. Ledger fealty. So if you look at the map, you'd be like, why aren't they like, if they're a town on a river, why wouldn't you be on this side of the river, this side of the river, this side of the river over here? Like, why wouldn't you take full use of the river? And the answer is because Paradel is so close down here. It's so close down in this area. See, Paranhia, they don't expand anymore. They don't have to because they're central. I think the only nation that they touch that isn't Paradel is Adir, and they don't expand. But these other regions are still expansionistic. And so this region here and this region here, it gives you a place to defend yourself being on the far side of the river. You know what I mean? So it's just a defensive tactic. That's like the mentality behind it. So I think I will go defense for this. So I could like turtle up. So I'll grab defense for my feet. Okay. 16. There we go. So level 8 was experience, leadership, kingdom, and feat, and ruin. Okay, cool. And then level 9 gives expert expansion. You can claim claim hex 3 times in 1 turn. That's huge. Claim 3 hexes at a time in a turn is huge. Then you can also go to construction, and you also get the skill increase. So let's copy and paste these other details on here. I don't even have to copy and paste it on here. Okay. Never mind. So it's just the skill increase, I think it said. Cool. I forgot to choose skill training for my. So my feat was going to be skill training, and I said it was going to be for what? What skill did I just add? Defense. Defense. Cool. I'll just shrink you up. Shrink you up. Cool. And then I just said I get skill training. And for this skill training, I'm going to level something up, I think. I can bring boating up by 1. I can bring politics up by 1, or intrigue up by 1. Or industry. Industry is more money. So industry takes care of what again? Establish settlement and trade commodities. Intrigue is infiltration, new leadership, quell unrest, clandestine business, pleasure, fealty, and repair reputation. And then I also said, what was the other one? So intrigue I'm interested in now. And politics. Establish, improve lifestyle, new leadership, quell unrest. I'm going to go intrigue as their leveled up one. So I'm going to level up intrigue for them. That works for me. Cool. Back to 16. And that should be it. It's the only thing that they get from these details here. Now I have to adjust a couple things real quick. Give me a second. This will be boring. Oh, weird. There you go. Skip the song. Okay. So much fun. Okay. Whoa, we're halfway there. Oh, oh, living on a prayer. Yes, 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 we can make it, I swear. Oh boy, living on a prayer. That's right, I'm praying, but don't know what I'm saying. I'ma keep staying on track with the game. Okay, just trade left. It was already set correctly. Let me just, boom, boom. Okay, that shows all the skills as they are. And trade is solid. Fucking plus 21. Just roll 5 or higher. There's an 80% pass chance for a controlled EC roll. That is sexy. That is how it should be for Haudh-Gwenn. You should be crushing those rolls, but suffering at other rolls. You know? Mm-hmm. Warfare sucks, but the defense is solid. There's a chance to increase those things, you know. Okay. And I'm just going to scroll down, but that should conclude getting them all the way up to level 9. Scrolling, 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 scrolling. Leadership roles, already did all this. Scrolling. Oh, this just shows you what the, yeah. Mm-hmm. Basic checks. Skill descriptions. Building buildings. How to build in rough terrain. Obviously, plains are the cheapest. Mountains are the hardest. Mountains are really hard to build into. It's hard to start a kingdom there, but could pay it off in the end. There's all the different things you got to do. Whatever. Don't really care. Okay. Yep, went all through all this. Went through all this. Went through all this. Went through it all. Yep, went through the feats. And then we finally get to kingdom size. And then down there is going to be the rules about points and ruin and all that shit. Unrest. Expanding, losing hexes, commodities, trade agreements, all that stuff. which I don't care about quite at the moment. Ooh, ruins. Ew. Fun. All right. So resource dice, though, equal your level plus 4. And then we have one extra one. So we're 14 instead of 13, which is nice. Our size, I haven't determined yet. If we come down here, size is going to be based off of expanding the kingdom. Now, generally speaking, a kingdom is going to be, so a kingdom size is going to be here. So a province is going to be 10 to 24, whereas a state is going to be 25 or more. So we come over here and we look at the map and we look at Haudh-Gwenn. We can see that it is 3. It is 19 hexes, is how big Haudh-Gwenn is. If you're just looking at the area that the town has influence over. And so it should definitely own those 19 hexes, putting it still technically in the province category. To me, it makes more sense that Haudh-Gwenn would be upwards the size of a state and have 25 or more or less 6 more. So you would say that Haudh-Gwenn has some control over some of these areas over here as well. So a little bit further upriver is what it would have control over. And the way that you can control that, so let's say we wanted it to be the size of 25. I'm not saying that's 100% going to be the case, but for the sake of this video, let's just say that it is. So its size is going to be a state. So we're going to go ahead and draw, put a pen. The other one I did this like blood color. So I'll do like a lighter red, I guess. And I'm going to add 6 more hexes to their influence. And to me, it makes sense that their influence would be upriver and downriver that they would want to have control over. So 6 more would literally just be 2 more hexes in each direction on the river. Gets me to 25. I can actually get to 26 with additional hex here. I don't want to touch Rid. So, yeah, I think I'm just going to extend it out by 2 more. I don't know if I want Westwood as being technically a town of theirs. Though I guess if Beltram was building something there, it makes sense it would be. So I could add 4 here. Where are you actually located? Yeah, if I 1, 2, 3, but 4 would make sense. So more or less 2, 4, 6. I could add 9. On top of my 19 is 28. I can do that. Yep. So that's what we're gonna do. Oh shit. Over here is and now we have our full count now. I'll grab it right here. So start with 1. We have to add 1 mental math at the end. 27 is going to be 28 total. Yep, 28 total is the hex count. So you look at Haudh-Gwenn's size. It's going to be 28. Okay? So when you have 28, your commodity storage is 12. That's how much you can hold. Cool. That's how much you can hold. It's base check result. Control DC is 26. Okay. We already did size of the RP. Unrest, we're going to leave a 0. Penalty, we're going to leave a 0. And consumption, let's figure it out in a second. Because of its size, it rolls D8 for resources. So instead of the D4, it's rolling D8, which is pretty gnarly. Its control DC modifiers plus 2. As the kingdom increases in size, it grows more difficult to control. This modifier increases the kingdom's base control. That's crazy. That means the control DC is not 26. It becomes 28. Ooh. That's a reason to stay smaller. Holy shit. I was torn between staying smaller anyways, so I might end up staying smaller for a province rather than a state. For that, it's just Haudh-Gwenn is meant to be large. The thing is, like, it's supposed to influence 2 hexes out. I won't lie, I hate the fact that, like, I would actually, and of course as a DM you can do whatever you want, right? But I almost want to like remove what the hexes I want to remove. This one, and this one. It made sense to me to remove that. Like Haudh-Gwenn wouldn't actually stretch out that far in its influence into those planes over there, right? You can even argue this one as well. Like these 4 should be shaved off. That does bring us down to 24. And then when I do those 4 hexes, because those 4 are all like hexes of actual like Haudh-Gwenn itself influence, I would use that influence instead expanded along the river. So I'd go like, 1, 2, and then because, so I go, 1 here, 2 here, 3 here. And then maybe because Rid's so uncontested, maybe do the 4th one here, or what have you. It does feel like it makes a bit more sense than what we have here. And it does drop the province size down, reducing the resource dice that are available to them, so on and so forth. But for now, we'll leave it as it is. We're going to increase that control DC to a 28. Don't expand too quickly, baby. All right, D8 is going to be a type of, it's going to be a state. I don't think you write that anywhere. You don't. Okay, cool. So that solves that. All right. Resource points. Ruin. Awesome. Cool. Unrest. Don't really care about that right now. Commodities. Awesome. You can stockpile them and then trade them for other commodities. Other shit around. Do cool things for you. Yay. Fame and infamy. You can gain and spend fame points to do shit for your kingdom. Awesome. Then there's running a kingdom with armies and all that. But I don't care about armies. I want settlements. So with settlements, when you have a city, it increases your consumption to 4. So consumption becomes 4. Max item bonus is a +2, and it's based off the buildings that you have in your sphere of influence. Cool. Cool. So what items give bonuses? Like what kind of bonuses those items give? Well, let's look at the details here. So scrolling down, no. Bank. +2 item, sorry, +1 item bonus to tap treasury. I actually have a +2 bonus to tap treasury now, which is pretty awesome. Capital investment leadership activity can be used only within the influence area of a settlement with a bank. So capital investment can only be done there, which is still awesome. And again, +1 to tap treasury, +2 to tap treasury. No barracks, no brewery, no bridge. Well, I think there's a bridge there, but again, it doesn't matter. Castle, cathedral, cemetery, construction yard, dump, embassy, festival hall. Technically, the dance hall is a festival hall, and this is +1 to celebrate a holiday, so it's +2. Garrison, +1 to outfit. So there's a +2 outfit army or training army. When it does so, it reduces unrest. Granary, guild hall, herbalist shop, +2 to provide care because the herbalist shop. Hospital, +1 to provide care and quell unrest. That's now a +2, which is pretty awesome, right? I don't think they stack though, so yay. Houses, nothing. Illicit market, +1 crime. I don't think so. It's +1 clandestine business becomes +2. Treat the one higher for the intellectual level to determine items readily available for sale. That's nice. There's an inn, so it's +2 to hire adventurers. There's a mansion, +2 to improve lifestyle. There's a marketplace, +2 to establish trading agreement. Noble Villa is a +2 to improve lifestyle and quell unrest using politics. First time you build Noble Villa, reduce by 2. Cool. Orphanage. First time, it just reduces unrest. Palace. Park. Paved street. No, not paved streets. Pier. No. Rubble. No. No. Sewer system. +2 to clandestine business. Nice. It also reduces the settlement's consumption by 1. Having sewer systems can also affect so it reduces the consumption by 1, bringing it down to a 3. shrine, smithy, specials out of stable, stockyard, stonemason, tannery. +2 to trade commodities. Popular tavern. +2 to hire adventurers, rest and relax, and using trade. Oh, tenement. +2 to ruin, maybe? I don't know. Oh, it's considered. Oh, it's not considered item bonus, so it's just to ruin. Cool. Theater. Town hall, trade shop. Almost done here. University wall, wooden watchtower, and waterfronts. +1 item bonus to go fishing. And establish trade agreement, rest and relaxation. Cool. Lots of nifty stuff coming out of this. I don't need to plot them all out, because those are so niche. You actually want a separate sheet that tracks all that stuff for you. Honestly, in my opinion, that's more of like a handout than it is like a one of these like really slow to adjust sheets. And so, boom, that's where it sits. And so there's Haudh-Gwenn for you as a nation. Now, I don't have military here. I don't have how many trade agreements or event DCs. I don't have any of this stuff putting because it doesn't matter today. But this is Haudh-Gwenn properly built out with its trade being a +21 against a control DC of a 28. So I go ahead and click that trade. Boom. Beat that 28. Awesome. That's great. I didn't critically succeed, but I still beat it, which is pretty great. And there are reasons to have a bonus on this trade agreement. It could be a +2 or 3 above that, right? But that's pretty awesome to be able to consistently be able to do so. Yay! There is Haudh-Gwenn built. I am happy about it. I am hoping that it doesn't fuck up when I close it and I reopen it. Hey, it looks like everything kept. That's good news. That makes me happy. Cool. Maybe when I close the actual thing and reopen it. I remember I opened Leshev Town originally. Yeah, a town is nifty for like some details. It's nifty for some details, but I don't know how much I actually want in here. Yeah. All right, cool. Well, that is everything for building Haudh-Gwenn. I hope anybody who watched this enjoyed watching the process. Thanks. Bye, everybody.